Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. It is 10:30, so we're going to get started. So my name is Kendra. I will be facilitating this webinar for you today on this lovely Friday. We also have Anna with us as well. She will be answering any questions that you may have, so feel free to submit those questions into the question bar. You can submit them as we go and we will get those answered for you. I also want to remind everyone that this webinar is being recorded and will also be sent out to all of you as well. So if you have to leave halfway through or some of your coworkers couldn't attend, you can feel free to share this with them and share it how you'd like. I also want to remind everyone that we are here to help and we are happy to answer any questions that you may have. You can feel free to email me directly. My email is listed here, kendra@storyboardthat.com. You can feel free to email me with any account questions that you have, or you can feel free to give us a call at 617-539-2359. and we'll be happy to help you out. So I'm going to go through our agenda for this webinar. So it'll be 30 minutes long. We will go through introduction, welcome to your pilot, how we are impacting students, the duration of your pilot, navigating the home dashboard. We'll go over the dashboard overview as far as adding teachers, adding students either manually with it or with a link. We'll also go over the My Assignments page. We'll go through creating an assignment without a template, and we'll also go through creating an assignment with a template. And I will also show you how to copy a pre-made template from our various teacher resources to copy into an assignment. And then finally, we will wrap up, answer any questions that you may have, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so first I want to direct you to our homepage. At the top of our homepage here, you can find resources for remote learning. So if you click here, this is our remote learning page with lots of teacher resources, such as adding students to classes, creating an assignment, giving assignments to classes, student logins, and viewing student work. So these are all resources that you can check out. If you have not yet signed up for a pilot for your school, you may do that with this form here. You can just enter your name, email, your preferred start date for the pilot, and the school that you are signing your pilot up for. And then we also have some frequently asked questions. So some of these may answer questions that you currently have, such as how long our pilot is for. It's currently 4 or 5 weeks of access. We're setting up schools on pilots, as we receive the request, getting them set up as soon as we can, so they can be set up immediately. And you can send a link to invite your teachers and staff to the account. I'll be going over that a bit later. You can roster via Clever. You can feel free to submit a request to us and we will get your school set up with Clever. And I will also be going through how your students can join the class and join the account and how you can create an assignment. Okay, so let's log in and go through. Let me go. All right, so here is our login screen. I have a couple different single sign-on methods that you can use, such as Google, Office 365, and Clever. You can use Facebook, Twitter as well. But if you do have Google Classroom where you roster with Clever or Office 365, you can use you'll want to sign into your account with that single sign-on option to then roster your students. But I'm just going to go ahead and sign up with my email and password. Okay, so this is your main dashboard. This is the view that you will have once you are logged in, and this is an admin dashboard. So with the admin dashboard, you have your section for adding teachers and admin to the account. You have access to adding students and classes to the account. Your My Assignments page is where you can manage any assignments on the account. You can edit them, view them. And you can also find your most recent assignments will be listed here. Any saved storyboards to your account will appear under here, under My Storyboards. And from there, you have your view storyboards, where you can view storyboards on your account. You can view storyboards by assignment, or you can also view storyboards that are not part of an assignment. So if students on your account do create storyboards that weren't necessarily saved into an assignment folder, you can find them in this folder here, because they'll be saved. There'll be a storyboard that's saved not to an assignment. So that's a good place to check out and have access to as well. Any account settings will be found here. If you want to change the greeting name on your account, your password, you need to clean out any data on your account. You can also update language preferences here. So you can translate the site into any of these languages listed, which is really cool. And also our help section here. You can feel free to email us with any questions or call. If you want a tutorial of navigating your dashboard, you can find that here. If you need to ask any questions, we also have our professional development training materials here, which I'll go through again in more depth later. Okay. So for now, we're going to go through adding teachers to your account. So when you want to add teachers to your account, you click this button here to set up My Teachers. And once you click that, you have several different options for adding teachers. If you use Google Classroom or Clever, you can select those options. If you do not use Google Classroom or Clever, you can also manually add teachers. So I'll walk you through that one first. So if you'd like to manually add a teacher, you can just type in their name, a username for them, their email, and a password. You can go ahead and add the teacher. And once they have been added, they will appear under your Manage Teachers section. So any teachers that are on the account will be listed here. Now we'll go back to your My Dashboard page. So another way you can add teachers is inviting them with a link. All right. I'm waiting for that to load. Okay, so you can invite teachers with a link as well. So you can click this option to invite teachers with link. And if you would like to use Google, Microsoft Clever, or you can choose a teacher's choice. So if you select teacher's choice, that gives the teacher that you are inviting the option to sign in with Google, Clever, Microsoft, however you'd like. So then you'll hit next. And this is the link that you can then copy and email out to teachers that you would like to join the account, and they will be able to then create their own username, password, and be attached to your school account with this link. We'll go back to my dashboard. We do have professional development training materials here. So if we click in here, we have a couple PowerPoints that are, great resources to send out to staff if you just want to give them a quick overview about Storyboard. So we can give them some information of what Storyboard is, creating visuals and communicating ideas. We have a PowerPoint here of what is Storyboard That. And we also have a couple different modules. So module 1 will guide through login and account setup. It will go through rostering with Google Classroom, Clever, Microsoft, or username and passwords. Those sign-in options for students or teachers. Module 2 will cover the core functionality. And module 3 will walk you through creating a worksheet. And once those modules are completed, you then have the option to print a certificate that makes you Storyboard certified, which is cool, and you can hang that up and be very proud. So now I'll go back to my dashboard. So next we're going to walk through adding students to your account. So if you use Google Classroom, you'll want to sign into your Storyboard That account with Google. So you'll be able to sign in by clicking that Google single sign-on option. One way for rostering students with Google is you can go to your My Students tab up here. Oops, sorry, My Students. And if you scroll to the bottom, when you're signed in with Google, you'll have this blue import roster button. I'm not signed in with Google at the moment, so I don't have that import roster view. But once you're signed in with Google, you'll have that blue import roster button that you can go ahead and click and then select classes from your Google Classroom to then roster. So we're going to go to set up classes and invite students. So we're going to create a class. We're going to click add class. And once we see that class appear in our list up top, you can go ahead and say, okay, next step. Then we have a couple different sign-on options for students. I mentioned Google Classroom as a sign-on option that we have, Office 365, or you can choose to add students with usernames and passwords. So I'm going to click this option for now. And so if you decide to invite students with a link, you can either copy the sign up link. So if we click this option, and then we'll find our webinar class. So we'll want this link here. So we can go ahead and copy that link. And then we can then email that to students or post it on a Google Classroom doc that can be shared with students. And once students follow this link, they'll be directed to the create an account page where they can create their own username and password for the account. And they will be logged into this webinar class within our teacher account. Right. Go back to my dashboard. And then we can also view students that are on our account from this Manage Students option here. So this will list any students that we have on our account. If we want to manually add students as well, we can do that up top here. You just enter the student name, a username for them, and a password. If we select Add Student, they'll appear in our student list down below. And some information that is key on the My Students page. So you can select this option here to expand all. And so this will display any login methods that students have used. So all my students so far are signed in with usernames and passwords. But if students are signed in with Google or Clever, under their username, you'll have the word Google or Clever, and that will tell you the sign-in method that students are using in case, in case that's needed. That's good to know. So we can uncheck this expand all option for now. So then our options here, we have our student name, we know our student's username, password, we'll have the list of how many storyboards they've created on their student account, the classes that they're a member of. We can also manage students from here. If we click manage, we can adjust students' names, we can change usernames, or we can change their password. If you needed to change the role, you could do that here as well. You could change to a teacher, school admin. You can also add this student to any available classes on your account. So if I needed to add them to my webinar class, this student that I just added, they've now been added. So they're now enrolled in this class. If I need to delete a student from the account, you can select this option here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. Another option that you do have from this page is you can bulk delete any students. So if I needed to kind of completely clear out my account, I can enable the student delete, and I can select all students and then select that bulk delete student function. So I'm going to keep all my students for now, so I'm going to disable this. And from this page as well, you can also download your student logins. So if you wanted to download either a CSV doc, Excel, PDF, or login cards for students, just to help them remember their usernames or passwords, you have this option here. All right, I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I also want to remind everyone that if you have any questions, feel free to submit them into that sidebar and we will work on answering those for you. All right, so next we will go to my assignments from your dashboard. When we want to create a new assignment, we can click this button here. And this will kind of walk you through the steps to creating an assignment. So first you'll need to title it. Webinar class 1, we'll call this. And we'll say next. And then next you'll be directed to creating instructions for the assignment. These are the instructions that you'll be given by default, and you can go ahead and make any edits that you'd like. So if you wanted to change the due date, maybe we wanted this next Tuesday to be due. We want them to make a 7-cell storyboard. So you can make any updates that you would like. Say next. So then template, this is an option for adding a starting point for students. So if you wanted to create a template for students to then build off of, this is where you have that option here. So you have the option to select through any storyboards that you've created. If I wanted to maybe add this blank template that I've created in the past to this assignment, I could select that. But for now, we're going to skip this step and we'll go back in and create a custom template for this assignment. And then next, I want to select my webinar class to give this assignment to. done. And then once we've created our assignment, we have the options to go back to our dashboard if we're all set. If we need to set up some more classes and students, we have that option. We have the option as well to also view the assignment. So we're going to click the view assignment option. So then up top, you're given a couple options within the assignment. So if we go to edit assignment, this is where we can go back in if we need to make any edits. If you need to maybe change the assignment name, you can do that up here. Click change. If you need to hide this assignment for now, you can do that. So maybe you want to get your assignments created in the future just to be prepared, but you don't necessarily want students to see the assignment just yet or start it. You can click to hide this assignment and it will be hidden from the student dashboard, so they won't be prompted to start the assignment just yet. If you need to delete student work for the assignment, you can do that. Click this option. If you need to delete the assignment altogether, you have this option up here. So now we have selected that class, webinar class, to give this assignment to. We have our instructions, templates. So we want to go in and create a new template for this assignment. So this will bring us into the storyboard creator. So some options that we have within here, we have all our scenes up top, and these are in subcategories by ranging from home to work, even just patterns and colors. Next will be characters, and these range from adults, teens, all the way to animals. So lots to choose from. Next will be any textables to add character speech. We also have an upload tab here as well to upload your own images. Down below here, we have our different layout options. So we're going to click into layout. You have different options for your storyboard if you wanted to have a title, if you wanted to have a description, if you want the cells to have a title and description, click that option here. And then on this side as well, you have other layout options such as posters, worksheets, T-charts, spider maps, timelines. So all those layout options can be found in here. So for now, we're going to click this option to create our template for this assignment. So for this assignment, we're going to do a beginning, middle, end summary. So this is a great way to get students to really think about either a book they're reading or concept that they're learning, and to get them to bring out their own ideas and thoughts into their own storyboard. So you can get the student started by creating titles and maybe descriptions, maybe show your understanding of the and then students will be prompted to then go ahead and drag their own scenes and characters to then really bring that concept to life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save this. And we are saving it to our webinar class 1 assignment. And we're going to title this webinar template. And we will save the storyboard. So now that that has been saved, you do have some options for downloading storyboards as well. If we click into download, you can download storyboards as an image pack, high resolution image, animated GIF, PDF, PowerPoint. So lots of different downloading options. You can also print right from our site, or you can view your storyboard as a slideshow straight from our site as well. All right, so we're going to go back to my dashboard and finish completing this webinar class 1 assignment. So we're going to go into edit assignment. And then that template that we've just created has been saved to that assignment. So now when students log into their student dashboard, this is the view that they will have. They'll be given instructions for the assignment, the template to then build off of. So then all they need to do is click the Start Assignment button, and they will be brought into the Storyboard Creator to then build off of that template that we have created. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to copy a pre-made lesson plan from our teacher resources. So your teacher resources will be found at the bottom of your My Dashboard page. So if we scroll past our account settings, we have our engaging lesson plans and activities at the bottom here. These are categorized by worksheet templates, poster templates, graphic organizers, and then we also have resources categorized by grade level and subject. So from elementary to high school, from ELA to math, science, special ed. So we are going to go into middle school. Why don't we go into history? So within history, we have lots of different categories. We have US history, world history, civics. So why don't we go into the Bill of Rights? And we can select from any assignments within these folders. Maybe I want to work on vocabulary with my history students. So here is one assignment that you can use with your students. So if you would like to use this assignment, you'll click this use this assignment with my students button, and it will then bring that assignment into your account to then make any edits that you'd like. So the assignment's already been titled for you. We can select our class to give it to. We're going to select our history class. If I need to edit the instructions, I can click this option. And that assignment brought over this blank template for us already. And it also brought over that example as well. So if I want students to be able to view this example, I'll select that box to show this to my students. And this will be what our students will have the view of. They'll have that blank template, and then also this example to refer to as well. So we can go back into edit assignment. If I want to make any edits to this template, I can do so as well. So maybe I want to put a specific term in here. And if I want to add anything into the headers here, I have that option as well. If you want to input maybe the words and definitions for students already and have them just go in and build the different scenes to explain that word, you can do that as well. So we will save this. Save and exit. And then we will go back to my dashboard. We'll go back to that vocab. And the edits that you have made to that template will be saved to the assignment. All right, one last thing I want to point out as well. Once students have created storyboards for an assignment, their storyboards will be saved within this student work tab. So if we click in here, each student will have their own username here, and any storyboards that they have created for that assignment, you will have that view right here. And also as well, once students create storyboards, you do have the option to input comments below the storyboard as well. So if I wanted to maybe give this student, you can do grading here as well. And then that comment will be only visible to that student. All right, so it is just about 11 now, so I want to save time for some questions as well. So I will turn it over to Anna, and she can go over a couple questions that have come in, and then we will wrap up from there.
Well, I'm happy to jump in. At this time, we have not had any specific questions from any of our attendees, but I just want to point out that all of our teacher resources are completely customizable. A lot of people say, I don't want to use that rubric, or I don't like that example. You can change whatever you want. We have a lot of resources that are there to help you, to inspire you, but they are not meant to just be used as is if you don't want to. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@storyboardthat.com or directly to Kendra. That's kendra@storyboardthat.com. And you can also reach me at anna@storyboardthat.com. That's ANNA@storyboardthat.com. And we are happy to help.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and I just want to mention again that this webinar has been recorded, so it will be sent out to all of you as well to share how you'd like. And definitely stay tuned for, we are working on doing a couple more webinars as well for next week, so stay tuned for those. And thank you again for your time, and feel free to reach out to us with questions. We're happy to help. So have a great weekend, everyone, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.